So today we are reviewing the Primal Rifle. This is an event schematic that comes back during the Blasted Badlands Venture season, which was last season, so if you didn't get it during that time, you have missed out on it. But you can flux it to get it out of the collection book, but since it takes up 100 gold flux or 100 purple flux, I heavily do not suggest it because that is just a huge waste of flux, and you should be saving it for more interesting weapons or leveling up your schematics to higher rarities. Now, this weapon is locked to a certain element, as in the means that you can't have it as energy. You can have it as physical, but that's heavily not suggested because physical is just not worth it at all. But since you can't have it energy, I have a copy for each element. Ignore the Brightcore copy. When I first got the gun, I accidentally made it Brightcore, and I just have yet to fix that. So if we do get into a nature zone and I have to use a fire copy, it will be doing less damage, which I do not want to be representative of the weapon, but that is sadly an error I made. Now for the loadout, we're going to be using a tamed wildlife build or a Gia build. I don't know how you want to word it, but point being, we're also going to be using wildlife since the primal weapons. Tamed wildlife, a frenzy boost for a couple seconds when you kill a mist monster or up to 5 enemies. There is another 6 perk, which is 30 plus damage to targets above 85% health. Sadly, that perk isn't good because once your enemies are below the point, your gun is basically just doing its normal damage with no bonuses. But if you get that frenzy bonus, it is very good because that is a constant you're constantly getting that. You're not stuck to when they're above a certain point. You're constantly getting that bonus if you're achieving to get it, as in killing 5 enemies or killing mist monsters. So what Gia does is that heroes heal their tamed battle for 50% of their damage dealt, but the tamed wildlife heals players for 30% of their damage dealt, which means we're able to do a blast to the past build. Blast to the past. I stutter a lot, sorry if you're noticing that. But we can do a blast to the past build with Syrian Might to boost our AR, with Syrian Hide to give us more armor when we have no shields, but since Blast Pass is removing our shields, we have that constant armor boost. We have Debilitating Bites, which tamed wildlife does 50% more damage to vulnerable enemies when they attack, or however you want to word that. You know, it's right there, I should say like how it is. But point being, I want to get into this because I'm actually very excited. I haven't tested out this gun since it came out, so I really want to see how well it performs. And then we have 2 basic assault heroes to boost our assault rifle. So before we get into the game, I kind of want to show off 2 other heroes you can use for a wildlife build. Now there is Phoenix, which is the debilitating bite, which he does that little bonus damage to enemies. But he also makes it so any enemies that are bitten by your wildlife, they get a little bomb icon above them, and if you shoot them, melee them, or have your ability damage do it. I think the stationary hover turrets also can also activate that. I'm not fully sure on that one though, so I might test that one out in the future. But to my knowledge, if your wildlife bites an enemy and then you shoot it, melee it, or ability it, it will blow up, and I think enemies around it will also blow up, which is very good because that can be very good for crowd clearing to my knowledge, because it's kind of like the Nocturnal where when you shoot the enemy and reload, it does that explosion which can hit other enemies and just do good spread damage. And then there's Autumn Queen, which I view more for Shockwave here because what she does is add an additional Shockwave around your pets, and it can be very good because it also sends them into a frenzy, which makes them very, very fast. Makes their move and attack speed 50% faster, as you can see right there. I don't know why I paused. Super weird to me, I know. But point being, she can be very good, but I view her more as a Shockwave build than a wildlife build because she's only adding a bonus to a shockwave more than the wildlife. Anyways, let's now get in game and test this out. Alrighty, we're loading in, and I'll see you when we have some enemies to kill or when we load in. Actually, no, I have to craft the gun still, so I'll see you when we're in and we're crafting the gun. Or, actually, I was about to pause and go craft it, but it seems like we're already in. A game doesn't usually go that fast. Also, I got a copy of The Duelist, so if you're interested in seeing that, let me know, because it might, honestly, I think it might be a really good gun. I haven't tested it out since I was in Canny. So, you know, if we're interested, if anyone's interested, and I'll test it out. Okay, we have water enemies, that means I need to go make a water gun. Well, I'm using a sword, and that's not gonna kill him. You know, the sword will kill them, but it's a 160 against it's a 106 against a 160, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to be killed while I'm crafting this. Let's use the judge from last video. Remember our last video? If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Yeah, but anyways, let's go craft ourselves a nature copy for these water enemies. Alright, here it is, right here. Anyways, I'll see. Hold up, what element is my gun? Oh, I've been using the wrong element this whole time! Oh! Oops! Oh no, Oh no, that's why it's been doing less damage. Hold on, I've been using the wrong element. Oh, that's stinky. That is, oh my god, that is such my fault. Okay. Take what I've been saying about the gun and now amplify it by a bit, because now we're doing the proper damage when they're not spamming a bazooka. As you can see, it's doing well. Like, it is killing them a lot more quickly now since it is doing its max damage. I didn't realize this because, yeah, I don't have good eyesight. But since I did make that error, and I'm gonna keep this in, I am actually going to load into another match, and we're just gonna test this out again because, you know, my error has caused it so it didn't look that efficient. So I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna go into another match, and we're gonna record it because I want to show it doing a lot better than it obviously did because I messed up and used the wrong element, I'll admit. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to cut back real quick because I didn't notice that I actually got my weekly supercharger. So, you know, if you haven't got it, I suggest go get it. It's a hero supercharger, so, you know, if you don't got it, I suggest you go get it. And I'm going to go take this purple perk up because I can easily get gold. I have a canny defense, but there's no really easy way to get purple perk up I'm making because the Pngtuber defense, which should be giving you purple, sometimes gives you blue perk up, and it's not tasty when I already have about like 30,000 blue perk up. So yeah. So we're about to load into another match, and I'll see you in game. Now I obviously want to state this, that if you're using the Primal rifle or any weapon in general and you're trying to max out its damage, you should be using with a corresponding build, but like I said today, I wanted to test out the tame wildlife and the weapon since it's what it's mostly meant for. So that's why we are doing like a half and half build. So if you're using this normally, of course you don't want to do a half and half build, but for today, of course, I wanted to show it. So there you go. Okay, we have a group of enemies and we have the correct element. As you can see, it is killing a lot more faster against the elemental enemies. But against physical, it's just about the same as usual, so can't really say much about that. But as you see, if we get this wind spawns are killed, we can switch over here. Okay, and reload. But as you see, we can kill these a lot faster. Like this. Yeah, it's very tasty when I'm not taking a bunch of damage in one time. Herbs! I love herbs. God, that cloud is super yellow. Oh my god. I was distracted by it. Holy well, come on. See, I don't do cannon testing, but I see it held up fairly well, and I'm about to die. Again. Okay, that didn't kill the... I did not die. Oh, okay, go on. One shot that one time, okay. As I'm gonna run from the encampment and just try to find some wildlife so we can test it a bit more properly. I'll see you all back real soon. Alrighty, we have a crowd, and now we have a wolf, which means that we can test it a bit more properly. And you can see there is actually no mismonster, so we can't show off the friendly perk. Well, you get point being. The wildlife, I heal the wildlife when I shoot it, and the wildlife heals me when they attack. Now, the healing of the wildlife does isn't much. It's only about 10,000 each, and if I have about 1,000,000 health, that means he has about an enemy a couple hundred times, but, you know, point being. It does good. It does good for my remembrance. Again, I haven't tested this out in a while, and I actually just crafted more bullets. I didn't need to do that. Let's just bust this wall open. Oh, I did. Oh, I accidentally face shifted. Oops. Anyways, yeah. I'm just doing that. Okay, the storm doesn't usually stop you from searching stuff. What? There we go. Gosh. And now, okay, now I can't. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we have an encampment right behind me. Let's test. They're testing it out. Now, I personally wish you could tame more wildlife because I believe if we were able to tame more wildlife, it would be a lot more effective at, you know, being used. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Almost threw down my teddy. We're not. This is not a teddy crate. This is a thing about the gun. As you can see, when you're shooting enemies with your weapon, your wildlife will be healed. That's because of Gia, and if we kill this mist monster before it kills me, oh my freaking god. Okay, this was doing good last round. What? I was doing the wrong element last round, and it was somehow doing a lot better. And that didn't even give me a frenzy. Hold up, does this have frenzy? Yeah, it has frenzy. What? That didn't give me a frenzy. That's rude. Maybe it's bugged a bit. I just see you. It kills enemies. Do you need more of a gun? Or do you just need it to, I don't know, guns? Okay, I didn't realize, but the enemies are vampiric, so that means if they attack you, they are going to get their health back. Which means we should probably not let that happen. Oh, there's a chest up there. Well, I want to go get that chest. Okay, I thought that was gonna be cool, but no, I didn't land that. Okay. Anyways, let's see how well we can win with this crowd. Alrighty. So you see, the wildlife gets surrounded like super quickly, which is not super tasty, because then, you know, they're not being healed. If you're not attacking enemies or doing constant damage, they will die. And, you know, we usually don't want our wildlife to die. Crazy thought, I know. But I see Gia will help it so they stay alive a little longer. And yeah. Now there's again no mist monsters, or last time there was a mist monster, but the thing didn't count, so it's not very fun. Now I would use a secondary like a primal, like the primal pistol. The primal pistol is super fun, but at the current moment, the primal pistol has glitched holding position. So if you hold it in game, it for some reason is held like an AR or like a shotgun, and I simply find that super annoying because I do have like OCD, and seeing it being held in such a bad way where your hand might get shot is super annoying. Nothing bad happens, but like, oh shit, smasher. All right, cool. Let's test out with a smasher. So I'm gonna just start shooting, and now let's see how well we can.
Let me smash.
Now there's no way to get up to me. There's no ramp. I think you just walked up a rock like an idiot. So goes the smashers. So I guess, oh yeah, they're right fucking in front of you. I like his voice acting, but
let me
smash.
smash.
Smasher. Yeah, it's right in front of you. As it did well. It did well with the smash test, and now we have that frenzy, which we can test out. You can see our wildlife has that frenzy too. But there gets a shield right at Husky, which is a bit problematic. And that frenzy is now over, so yeah. It's being a bit hard to showcase that. Sorry for the cough, I just choked on some of my saliva like an idiot. But yeah. It is being a bit hard to showcase the frenzy. So anyways, let's see if we can go find another big crowd. Alrighty, we have another big crowd. We got a spitter, or take a blaster. Oh, we have frog. I'm gonna get there. Let's see, we can actually space our shots so it actually lands each time, but I find that kinda annoying personally. But once we got the frenzy, we can run over and just kind of go into them. And you see, very good. You get that frenzy and you get into the crowd. You can actually kill them super fast because you're not mixing your shots then. You're kind of just doing constant damage, and it's like, I don't think I need to say more, but it does really good. Like, honestly, it's really good. So, yeah. Now, if I were to be redoing this more properly, I would be using a social build like I previously stated. But for the means of this video, I kind of just wanted to showcase the a wildlife build, because I think if using this gun, you're more than likely gonna have wildlife. Because like, I know a lot of people don't go for wildlife because they're kind of just super weak in the game, but I think if you use this gun with a primal, like the tamed wildlife heroes, I think the wildlife can become a little bit more viable, since they're doing a lot more constant damage and they're being buffed and they're being healed. So like, this hero more or less fixes a lot of the complaint about issues of wildlife. So yeah, super fun, super fun. Okay, this broadside placement is not super fun because that is shooting into nothing. Oh boy. Anyways, we have a crowd of enemies over here, so let's go in with our assault rifle. I see. when there's no frenzy, it fires pretty slowly. But if we run up to the Smith's monster and not not have aim assist, lock and smash.
Lemon smash.
Is that doing that well? Because since we got that frenzy, and it should be a little faster. Okay, no, it didn't get the frenzy. What the hell? Why is this happening? And where's my wildlife? This happens almost every time. Oh my gosh. This is actually so annoying. It seems like every time there's like a mist monster, I go to kill it, and for some reason it just doesn't count towards the frenzy. I don't know, maybe that's a bug at the current moment. Maybe it's a bug. Yeah, more broadside. God, no. You know, it seems like everywhere I go, they're just there. Oh, there's a spitter. Or fucking blaster, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I don't care if it's a spitter, blaster, freaking Left 4 Dead enemies. I don't care. Okay, okay, I wish we have more bullets in this gun. I wish we could have more bullets. There's other we can't. I have a seed. Fire rate. Is that my wildlife? Yeah, I think that's my wildlife because he has constant health and he's not dead. Yeah. That's my wildlife. Now, I think next round I'm actually going to load in and just with an assault rifle build. The reason why I loaded in this round is because I was afraid that I couldn't showcase it more properly because I was using the wrong element. I was only doing about 3/4 of my intended damage previously because I was using a water element against water enemies. And if you're using a water element against water enemies or any matching elements, if you match the elements, it just does less damage. So yeah, it's like rock paper scissors where you have to match the elements correspondingly with like you know. It's like rock, paper, scissors, you know. Fire versus water. Okay. I mean, I think I'm being surrounded. I'm trying to do stuff. I can't really think straight. Hold up. Okay. Water to fire, fire to nature, nature to water. It's rock, paper, scissors. It goes like that, basically. So if you have water enemy, use a nature weapon. If you have a fire enemy, use a water weapon. And if you have a fire enemy, use a water weapon. I think we're repeating myself. Honestly, this is why when I talk and review at the same time, I tend to not do that.
Lemon smash.
Smasher over here, so let's see. Okay, our teammates are using a hot shot against it, so I don't think I'm gonna get that frenzy. Yeah, I get the frenzy. The point being, elements are just rock paper scissors, but Fortnite basically. I'm gonna put something on screen. I'm gonna put something on screen that just explains what it does or how it works. Because I'm afraid that my attempt at explaining it is a little rough on the edges. Anyways, yeah, that's not too bad. But yeah, point being, match your elements to do the proper damage. And if you don't have 3 copies of something to do that proper matching, just make it not nature, but make it energy. So yeah, or the blue glow element, because that's what energy is. Energy is literally just blue glow. So you're more or less treating them with radiation. Because blue glow is radioactive. Blue glow. Its full name's like blue glowium or something. It's like blue glowium. I see the damage. Like the damage is still very consistent. You know, I'm trying to point out how good it is, but you know, you've seen this probably for multiple times by now. And this broadside means nothing. You know, I don't know. I honestly just don't know. Maybe there was a wall there, but they broke it. Maybe I'm not really fully sure. The point being, if you're using broadsides, make sure they have a wall to bounce against, because if you don't do that properly, it's not doing its full damage, and it is just weaker, and it's a waste. Because if you're using a broadside where it shoots out in the open, just use wall darts. No, these aren't my wall darts, obviously. My wall darts are 136. But you know, if you're going to use something that shoots out in the open, wall darts are meant for that. So if you're using broadsides for that job, you're being stupid. The boss is trap vulnerable, so I won't be able to showcase the weapon's potential. And there is no trap here, so sadly we can't. It's trap vulnerable. Trap vulnerable. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that's what I love to see. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love to see that. I don't know if it's the person that spammed down the broadsides. Let me check Okay, cool. This isn't the guy. This is not the guy who spammed me. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, freaking Bob MP3. You are the goat. Yeah. Bit of a pause there, but you know, cool fella, cool fella. Then I'm trying to kill this guy, but sadly the gun only has 30 rounds in its magazine, or about. So by the time you actually do kill the noise monster, you're already reloading, and it's honestly just super annoying. Now, if you can actually get stacks of kills upon this monster to keep that consistent damage boost frenzy, it can be very good. So like right there, I just put another, and I just put another. Like, point being, if you keep that consistent, it actually becomes really fun because you're trying to juggle a frenzy, and I've done it. Oh, John Wick, get me, John Wick. Thank you, John Wick. Okay, that's full health. Got revived me. Person at full health. Right. Now, I'm not really sure where my wildlife went. He just seemed to vanish again. I'm not really sure why. I'm presuming this is a bug or something, because I don't think animals just vanish off the face of the earth. I don't think that's normal. And if they die, they usually tell you that, hey, your wildlife died, and he's down on the ground. Look at that giant goofy arrow. It's usually like that, but looking around, I don't see him. I don't see my wildlife. I don't know where it is. Give me that power cell. Yeah, I'll see you next game when we load up with a assault rifle build. So this is the next loadout we'll be using next game. It has a tactical assault sledgehammer in the lead, toy rocking out as our team perk, and assault ammo recovery and support. That's so it doesn't run out of bullets as fast when we are frenzied. It might make it a little easier to use. So let's load in and let's see how well this performs as a, well, not as a, but in a assault rifle build instead of a tame wildlife build based around it. So yeah, point being, let's test it more fully instead of partially. Now, I am also using the Gia skin. I actually just own this skin. I personally like it. So, yeah. Also, look at the little guy. Look at that little guy. Isn't he so silly? So silly. Actually, I changed my mind. I decided to throw on Mothmando because, you know, Halloween is almost around, and I want to get in the mood, you know. I want to get in the mood. So I actually threw on Mothmando because also I just really like the skin. I like insects. Like bugs, you know. Look at the avatar. It's the bug horse. Like, come on now, come on. I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious that I like bugs. Bugs are really cool. Alrighty, we are in, and I have a spooky amount of bullets in my magazine. Got the spooky numbers. 666, you know, a YouTube thumbnail moment using the Primal rifle at 3 a.m. Don't do. You know, comment if you actually remember that thing, the whole like 3 a.m. type of thing, or like it's 3 a.m. Don't do this at 3 a.m. because Satan or something. I don't know. That was such a weird trend. But as you see, the Primal rifle in an actual assault rifle build does really well. Like, a lot more better than before, but that should be a little obvious because we are actually focusing on its damage rather than the other way around, where we're focusing on the wildlife portion of it. I think that should be a little obvious. Excuse me, Hatsune Miku, trying to come through. But as you see, by itself it does fairly well. I'm just going to grab some Rapers because we are using a Solar Rocking Out build, and I'm going to pop one. Then let's see. We kill a lot faster, then that Frenzy kicks in, and then we're just wiping the floor. It is so much damage. Kind of hard to test when my teammates are killing the things around me. You know, I think they might be trying to be a little useful, but it's kind of annoying because I kind of want to see what this could exactly do. And then if you do kill an enemy and you don't have any enemies to kill, you can pull out your Baron and just go super fast. Primal weapons are super fun. I hear a lot of people hate on them because there's no one single good thing about them, but then meanwhile here I am showing a lot of good with them. Because you go super fast, you kill a bunch of enemies, and you know, I don't know. Then again, a lot of people say the primal weapons aren't super good, are the same people who use one weapon and just spam broadsides, so yeah. And if you know what I'm talking about, there's like a tweet I saw where someone's like, "These are the worst weapons ever." And then I looked at their profile and they showed what they had in their inventory, and it was just fucking like thousands of broadsides. And it's like, dude, you don't got space to fucking talk, you pirate. Fucking Christ. Probably also dupe that stuff, to be dead honest, because Samurai World does have a duping problem. Now, of course, I don't dupe because I'd rather not cheat in a game I enjoy playing. The point being, a lot of people do that for some reason. And, you know, if that's how you want to play, if you want to play in a very non-legit way, you kind of stink in my opinion. You're not a good player. You are probably the trash of my shoe, like the trash underneath my shoe. Because imagine having to dupe in a game all about farming and more resource management. Like, come on now. You're being beaten by a fat horse guy. Alrighty, so we have a crowd of enemies over here. Let's pop a wafer and start shooting. Now see, since we didn't go for the mismatch first, it is killing them a bit more, you know, the gun is firing a bit more slowly. It's not killing them slowly. It is actually killing them super fast. But since we didn't go for the mist monster first, and it's going the most slowest way around possible, we are not able to test out the frenzy perk. But as you see, we kill the enemy, and now we're shooting super fast, and then we kill that guy, and then we can pick up his resin he drops, and just kind of zoom around super fast. And then we have a crowd over here, and then we can just kind of kill them like this. It is. I've said this multiple times, and I'll say it again. God damn, it is so good. It is so fun to use the frenzy perk, honestly. But yeah. I'll be back if we find a big enemy, or if we find, well, not find, but if we start the objective. So this isn't a big enemy, but it's so obviously a mimic. The sound is off, and it's always facing west. It's misaligned, and yeah, this big exit, and then yep, that's a primal weapon. Now it took a bit more shots than I was expecting, but it did good. And my primal rifle is about to break after like 3 rounds. So, yeah. Oh, hello there. I'm gonna line this up real quick, and I'm gonna cut off until we find something interesting or the objective starts. So the objective has start. Well, not have start, but the objective has start. And as we see, you know, it's killing. It's killing huskies. Not huskies, huskies. Now. Okay, they seem to be mostly condensed around the southeast, so we're just gonna run over. Oh, we got a smasher.
Let me smash.
Now, I'm gonna reload. Pop a wafer. Yeah, its health is going down, as you can see. Now, I think part of that is probably the drop traps, but you know, it's not bad. And we got the frenzy on. Oh, that actually worked. The frenzy actually worked. That's actually nice. As you see, it is killing enemies. Now, again, you're not really meant to use that far range. I think it's a mid-range to close-range weapon. I think that's how they intended it.
Let me smash.
So I'm gonna pop down campfire. Okay, I can't pop away for check that out. My teammate is either using a Stampede or Husk Buster. Very good shotgun. I do suggest using it because it kills really well. Now there is another smash over here.
Ow!
There's
Ow!
Hot shot. But the Husk Buster, like I just said. But yeah, it does really good weapons, and my teammates seem to see everything. What needs to be done. This is a 160 at the mission defense. Excuse me. Pop down a drone. Oh, I thought I was holding my wafer. I didn't even shoot it right now. I was basically holding it. As you see, okay. Why is my teammate looking at me? What are they doing? Okay, they have moved to the northeast, so let's go on over. Start shooting. My teammates seem to be super focused on killing enemies, which is actually fairly nice. Especially since it's a nice open defense, we can actually all get around very easily. There's a nurse here, we killed it in about 6 bullets. Which I think the Siege Breaker would take a bit more, but that's the point. Hey, Beavis, we get it. Got a shot. I kind of want to get the Beavis and Butthead skin. I'm currently in the shop, the item shop, the Battle Royale one, not the Table of One. But I don't got much V-Bucks on hand. Like I'm missing about like 240 V-Bucks to get it, and you know I don't have Founders, and I don't plan to get Founders. So I don't really care about V-Bucks. Point being, I can't get free V-Bucks from Taylor World because you know I'm Founder, and that's how you get it. You get Point being, don't got it. Don't care about getting it because yeah. Kind of just don't. And plus, if I were to get Founders, I'd probably get it for the weapons, not for V-Bucks. Because I would really, really, really love to review the Founders weapons. Only issue is that, you know, I don't have it. And, yeah. I could probably get it. I think one of my friends does have Founders, so I could probably ask them for a copy of the guns. Actually, what am I saying? My friend does have Founders. Oh, yeah! Yeah, me and him do play sometimes, and I've been helping him through Twine. He's at the beginning of it as of currently, but yeah. Anyways, we got a Slinger over here, so I'm gonna focus on him. We got that Frenzy on. Going a bit more naturally. Not die, hopefully. But yeah. Anyway. Pretty solid defense. I'm pretty happy with that. There isn't any like broadside spin. And he's using properly. So I respect that. I respect the proper usage of trap mechanics. And not, you know... Okay, what the... Okay, this looks super weird, but I kind of vibe with it. Oh! Excuse me, I just had a burp, but he did the dynamo with the wall dart. That's nice. Some extra damage just in case. I love that. I'd love to see that. Now, it's here, get that Frenzy. Yeah, if you can like get a juggle of Frenzy. Okay, we have a mini boss. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay. Now if I can just hit my shots. Now we don't have Frenzy anymore, which stinks. And I'm beating shot at, I'm about to die. So I'm gonna place these down, eat my wafer, and then just try to shoot it. Oh, I don't think I got that. Oh no, I did get that. I'm frenzied. Cool. So let's see how it holds up. Okay, my teammates are shooting with their House Buster, and I am trying to kill the thing, and I'm missing my shots. See, it does fairly well if you get like a lucky, not lucky, but if you get that crit with the foil rushing out, it's very tasty. As you see, it's a good weapon, and if you think otherwise, you're probably not using it as intended. Or you're using it with the other 6 perk, the 30% damage one. That one is just kind of ass, so if you have that one, I suggest core re-perking it or fluxing the level. Like, I don't know. Get a better 6 perk for any means. I don't really care. Just don't cheat better 6 perks. So yeah. So I do suggest this gun. It is fairly good. It kills. And you can probably use it. Well, actually, yeah, you can probably just use it without a build necessarily. Probably use it with like a resourcing or constructor build and just have a very similar time with it. Now, it wouldn't be doing as much damage, obviously, because we are using assault heroes or assault rifle heroes, not assault heroes, but you get my point. They're heroes for assault rifles, not just like in general assault damage. So yeah. As you see, it does fairly well. And with the cost of us bullets, it is technically more ammo efficient than other guns. And, yeah, very, very tasty, especially if you're looking for something a little bit more, a bit less used, but, like, fairly fun. You know, not like the triple tap or Dragon's Breath situation, but more like a... Yeah, I've seen this gun around, I've seen people use it, but I don't really see people, like, use it, if that makes sense. Like... I've seen a YouTube video to use it, not like in a match where people are actively using the gun for fun. So, you know, if you're looking for something fun, I heavily suggest this gun. Oh, no, not the taker, not the taker. No, oh my god. That was actually kind of scary because I kept shooting it, but it just wasn't going down as fast. So I thought I was about to die. Oh, where is it? Oh, I saw it jump, I just didn't see where it was. Yeah. If you're looking for a fun gun, the Primal Assault Rifle will fill that gap because as long as it has the Frenzy perk. Without the Frenzy perk, it is just a bit boring in my opinion. So, would I suggest the Primal Rifle as a primary? Yes, because it is functionally meant to be used as a primary. Because it's an assault rifle. You don't usually use an assault weapon as a secondary. Now, you can use the Primal Pistol as a secondary, or the Primal Shotgun as a secondary if you're trying to keep that Frenzy perk going. Because since Primal weapons have a sub-variety for all, except Sniper Rifles to my knowledge, there's only like Sniper Rifle Primal, there's a Primal Sniper Rifle. But, if you're looking for a secondary that is also a primal that has that frenzy perk, the shotgun or pistol will do great. Now, like I said, the pistol does have that glitched holding animation. I'll pop it up on screen if I remember. But if you're looking for a fun weapon, the Primal Rifle with the Frenzy 6 perk is a good one to go to because it has good damage and it also boosts wildlife if you use it. So, you can have some extra fun with wildlife. So, yeah, I would suggest the Primal Rifle as a primary. Anyways, I'll see you all next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.